Welcome back. Continuing on with my tier list. If you haven't seen part 1, the link to part 1 is going to be in the description. So I'm just going through what I believe is my opinion on these guns. You may have a different opinion. I go into it more. I also go into the fact that mobile guns are going to be more mobile or more OP on mobile than they are on PC. For instance, the SKS is continuous fire. Everything is automatic. Pistols are all automatic. So you can spam fire G17. It goes pew 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 pew, and you don't have to continually click. So for that reason, there's going to be different things on this list. So there are, for instance, SKS is an S tier in mobile. So go check out that other video if you haven't already. But intervention, okay, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for intervention. I hate intervention. Not as much as I hate another gun on this list, but I hate intervention. It is slow. It has had a buff in the recent years. From what I understand, the muzzle velocity is a lot better now. It used to be so slow. Meaning, if there was an enemy moving toward you across the map, you could shoot at them from 300, 300 studs, and they would reach you and knife you in the back before you could fire another shot. It's so slow, and it only has 7 rounds. It does do 85 damage, which, if you hit a torso shot, is not enough for an assist count. Well, it used to be. That's the only way I got this gun up to gold, is through assist counts as kills, and hoping that my team was good enough to take out somebody with 15 health. Because I rarely hit headshots because it's so inaccurate, and I got it through auto shoot. I only used to auto shoot snipers and pistols because your aim is worse on mobile, and it just is. You slightly slip your finger and your whole screen shifts. So I'm still not really good with the intervention. I'm better with snipers than I was when I first joined PC. I'm still not great with snipers. I can't wait to get that diamond and just be done with it and never pick it up again. I'm gonna put it as trash. And some of you are gonna hate me. I think Otten 4K, his favorite gun is the intervention. I might be misremembering that. So sorry, Otten, but for me and my playstyle, the intervention is trash. For you and your playstyle, you probably can, hit shots on it. No worries on that. I can't. Galil. Galil is basically a Scar. Yeah, it's a slightly faster Scar. It's not great. It takes a while to kill, so it's on par with Scar and Bison. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it as a B. I might move some of these things around as I go through, because I don't have anything in C yet. G360. G360 is pretty OP. If you don't know, the bullets penetrate, meaning if you have 20 enemies lined up in a single file row and you shoot one in the head, all 20 will take damage. So the bullets penetrate for that reason. It's really good for crowd control. It's it's a really good gun. It's a really solid gun. In my opinion, it should be more expensive than it is. See, it does 21 damage, 750 fire rate. So it's slightly better than the Scar. The only reason Scorpion is in B tier is because it does low damage. It's got a high fire rate, but it does low damage, and the accuracy isn't that good on it. It used to be better. Anyway, G360, I'm going to put it as an A tier. It's not quite S tier, it's not ideal. You can make it as good as the XM8 if you want to. XM8 is going to go in S tier. It's not OP. It's not game breaking. PKM is definitely game breaking, and that's end of story on that. Asvel. I'm gonna get some flack for Asvel. We were all expecting Asvel when it came out to be what VSS was nerfed from. VSS used to be really OP. It used to be kind of game breaking, especially on mobile, and then it was nerfed, ridiculous nerf. And it's been buffed since, but we were all expecting Asvel to be what the VSS was, the original VSS, and it just wasn't. And it has a 20 mag and a 900 fire rate. It has the potential to be really OP because it doesn't have that much recoil, but for me, it's a 1 mag, 1 kill gun. I can only ever take out 1 or 2 people per mag. Just because it's got a high fire rate. It's the same way with the Chris. It's really hard to get multi-kills with the Asvel. So, I mean, I don't hate it. I do kind of like it. But it's not my ideal gun. It's slightly less than satisfactory for me. Which I would say B is satisfactory. So because it's slightly less than satisfactory, I'm gonna put it as a C. Uzi. Uzi is another gun that takes a while to kill people, but it's really, really good. It's not quite as good as the MP7, but it's still pretty good. The run speed is really, really good, allowing you to, have good maneuverability. This accuracy is not that great. Uzi is more of a spray and hope you hit something, and that's true in real life too. So for that reason, I'm just going to put it as a B. It's actually, no, I'm going to move it down to a C. It's about on par with the Asvel. It's not quite, you know what? No, I'm going to put it as a B. It's on par with the Asvel when it comes to accuracy. I feel like it doesn't shoot straight. It's more of a pray and spray gun. But it takes about as long to kill as the Bison or the Scar. So I'm gonna put it as a B. It might be slightly better than the Scar, slightly worse than the Bison. AK-47. PC users are gonna grill me for this. I don't know how you guys use it. I really don't. It's got so much recoil. It is a classic. It is, I've heard, a meta gun. I don't know. Something about it. I don't care for it at all. It shoots slower than I feel like it should. For being an AK-47. The sound is weird on it. It doesn't sound like an AK-47 IRL. I feel like that should change. But they don't want to change it because it'll piss off their player base. I'm gonna put it as a C. It's not quite as bad as the MP5 or the AK-12, but it's slightly better than that. In my opinion, it's slightly worse than the Scar. I'm sorry. Just for me and my playstyle, that's what it is. Some people say is OP. It does 22 damage, 900 fire rate, 25 fire rate. That's pretty middle of the road. I don't see a lot of people using it. It doesn't have a lot of recoil, and it's got really good accuracy, which makes it slightly OP because it's no recoil, no accuracy, but because of the damage and the fire rate being kind of middle of the road, I'm gonna put it as an A tier. I'd really like to get this gun diamond. I've only seen a couple umps ever in game, and I've only seen a couple diamond umps ever in game. Alright, finishing up on a bad note, I think. M1 Garand is trash. 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 M1 Garand is trash. It does 50 damage. Which means it's a one-shot headshot. It does have the ability to get a sniper scope, similar to the SKS has the ability to get a sniper scope. It is so slow. The reload time is pretty nice, and I love the fact that it's got the ding at the end of a mag, which is realistic, and people were hoping that it did, and it does. It has, what does that say? 8 bullets? I think it used to have 7 or 6. I don't know. It's really small to see, but it looks like it says 8. I think it's 6. Anyway, it might be 5. Anyway, it's so bad. Your accuracy has to be on point for it, which helps if you dive or you go prone and then just hip fire it because your crosshairs go really tiny like it does with Chris, or your crosshairs. But it is just so slow that you can barely hit anything. It'd be pretty good as a run and gun quick scoper once you have the scope, I feel, but for me it's a no for me, dog. It's trash. Um, I know some people that run with it really well, and I just don't. All right, so that's part 2. Stay tuned for part 3. Link is in the description. Link to part 1 is also going to be in the description. All right.